I have seen this movie 3 times in my life. 3 times. I own this movie, by the way. The first 2 times I fell asleep on it. Twice. Within the last 20 minutes, I fell asleep on this movie. The 3rd time I watched it, just for this review for you guys, I almost fell asleep on it, and I didn't. I made it through. I pushed through this movie. Why is that? Why is that this movie, which nobody talks about, it kind of gets swept underneath the rug as the Wolverine movie that we just don't mention, I almost fell asleep on. And why don't we talk about this movie? Was it a really bad movie? No. Is it long? A little bit. There's a lot going on. Maybe 3 storylines, but you can really separate them. So why? Why don't we ever talk about the Wolverine? Is it because X-Men Wolverine Origins? X-Men Origins Wolverine, whatever we'll call it. Might be because that movie is more memorable for good or bad reasons. Or because Logan was such a home run of a movie that we just forgot about this movie. Which this movie kind of plays on the things that happened in Logan, by the way, just mind you. So maybe because Logan did it better, so the Wolverine's just like, well, we'll talk about this movie. But today, I'm going to talk about this movie on this episode of Movie Breakdowns. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What is Movie Breakdowns? A movie review series where we look at new and old movies, give them a grade, A through F, plus and minuses do count. And if there's a movie you want me to review, let me know. Please put in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as best I can. Also a Patreon, patreon.com/Ali Zakka. And on that Patreon, you get first come, first serve. You ask for a review, ask for a request, you're paying for my services, I get to it immediately and give it to you. It's out there way before it gets on Facebook and YouTube. Also, you get extra stuff like trailer reaction, trailer reviews, and my first thoughts on things. And also, thank you guys so much for watching this series. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the support and love. And now let's keep the ball rolling with 2013's The Wolverine. What is this movie about? Well, Wolverine is going through PTSD from the events in X-Men The Last Stand. By the way, this is a spoiler review, guys, for 2013 movie. Yes, it is. And an old friend of his that he saved when he was in World War II wants to say his goodbyes as he's about to move on in life. So Wolverine is pretty much forced to go to Japan to meet this old friend. And when he goes to Japan, things just get out of hand. He end up saving the granddaughter of the guy he would go say goodbye to, and then come to find out that he's also turning mortal or losing his powers throughout this movie because that old friend wanted his abilities to heal and regenerate, to live longer. And that is the Wolverine in a nutshell. Now, there's a lot more going on in this movie than just that simple storyline I gave you, but that is the basic premise of it. Now, what's all the extra stuff going on? Well, let me tell you, because it's a lot here. You got Jean Grey from the X-Men series still on Wolverine's mind for some reason. It's like the dude had a high school crush on a girl and just didn't let it go. Like, he just was like, I love her. Which she never showed any kind of love relationship towards him in the first 3 movies. Like, this one probably showed more of Jean Grey caring about Wolverine, but it's Wolverine's mind, it's his mental battle with the PTSD and him struggling with the fact that he killed the love of his life, so-called. But the dude never really, he got to a make-out session with her. He never got to date, never really spent a lot of time with her. Like, the amount of time we got was them passing by each other, they saying hi to each other. Jean Grey's legit turning him down in the 2nd movie. In the 3rd movie, she makes out with him because reasons, but she pretty much told Wolverine that she is with Scott. So he can't get over this. He's still over his PTSD and this trauma of him killing Jean Grey in the 3rd movie, and he had a few scenes where he goes back and forth with him working out like okay, maybe he wants to die to be with Jean Grey, and she's like, hey, you gonna come visit me? What are you doing? Why are you taking so long? and he's trying to work that through. And then you get the part where he becomes mortal and becomes losing his powers thanks to Viper, who's a character you find out in the last 30 minutes of the movie who she really is. She poisons Wolverine and kind of neutralizes his regenerative ability and his mutant ability, so he's becoming more and more human, which is kind of neat. It's kind of neat to see Wolverine struggle, where like in the other movies when he gets shot, he'll just brush it off, or he gets stabbed, he'll just brush it off. Well, he gets shot now, he's like actually limping, or he's bleeding to death. Like, it's kind of cool to see that aspect of it, so that was a pretty cool aspect. You get the love relationship between Wolverine and what was her name? Mariko, who is the Silver Samurai's great granddaughter, not great granddaughter, and Mariko and Wolverine had a little love relationship, which it flashes out of Wolverine kind of being attracted to her, and she's attracted to him, and they actually had a little more compassion, a little more chemistry built up than Wolverine and Jean Grey ever had in the first 3 movies. Then from there, you get the Silver Samurai, him trying to become younger, so he made himself a giant robot that he built, robot armor that he put himself in that looked like the Silver Samurai. That's what he is. He also had the father of Mariko and the son of the Silver Samurai, Shingen, who wants to rule the company that the Silver Samurai has. There's a lot going on here. Good Lord. Oh man, I didn't think about that. I was explaining this. There really is a lot going on here. Okay, let's lay this all out here. This movie got a lot. This movie has a lot. But it breaks it down in a way where you don't get lost in all of it. He has a lot going on. I personally think that this movie, if they took out the Silver Samurai portion or made the Silver Samurai Shingen and didn't have his father, the guy that Wolverine saved in the past, what's his name? Yashida? If you didn't have Yashida in the movie, I think the 2 storylines between Mariko and Shingen and Wolverine becoming normal, I think that could have worked. But the fact that you have Wolverine becoming normal, Shingen trying to get the company from his dad and trying to steal the company from his daughter, who the granddad gave the company to Mariko. So Shingen trying to kill Mariko so that he can rule the company and not have that company be ran by his daughter, and Wolverine becoming ill so that Yashida, who is the owner of the company, can steal Wolverine's regenerative power and healing ability to live longer. If you didn't have that mumbo jumbo mess going on there, I think this movie could have been great. I think this movie could have been better, and we would have saved 20 minutes of the ending if you would have just had Wolverine dealing with death, and Shingen maybe gave Wolverine the ability to say, hey, I can end your pain and suffering. You can die here in Japan. Here you go. This is the ability to do this. Viper, do your magic. Wolverine, okay, I'll see what I can do. Works with it, dealing with that, and then as he's dealing with that, he comes to find out that Mariko, who he just happened to be around with, she is now the target of her father, and he wants her dead because she's next in line, or because whatever legal reasons becomes next in line of the company versus Shingen. And so Wolverine and Shingen go at it, and there's actually a scene in this movie where Wolverine and Shingen actually does go at it, and Wolverine says, I'm not going to kill you, you have to live with the fact you try to kill your daughter. If the movie ended with that fight scene, that'd been great. That'd be great. But because you got this extra 20-30 minutes into the movie afterwards, they're just like, oh man, we're going to get through this, right? We're going to do this, right? Yeah, we're going to do this, right? Okay, we're going to do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, finish. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot going on here. And I definitely think you could have took out 1 or 2 storylines and it'd been a better movie than what we got. And now I see why I kind of fell asleep on it. Because in the first opening part of the movie is intriguing. X-Men have good openers in their movies. I will say that. Their openers are always good. So the first opener was intriguing. Then Wolverine going to Japan, and then Yashida supposedly dying. It like happens like that, and then it happens like that, then it happens like that, and you're just like, okay, whoa, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Then it slows down for a very long time, and you're like, okay, well, we're chilling for a moment, then it picks up, and you're like, okay, we got a lot going on here again. Then slow down, then like, a lot going on again. You're like, okay, this movie is too much movie, too much. Slow your roll. And I feel like I'm rambling right now. I probably am, because this movie makes me feel like I'm rambling. I watched this movie, and I'm just like, what is this movie? But it's okay. Like, if you watch this movie, you won't be super wowed, and you won't be super like, and you will enjoy yourself. You'll get through this movie. It does feel like it's a kind of a, like, you have to finish this movie. It does feel like that at certain points. Like, all right, I'm in it, so I have to finish it. But it's okay, X-Men movie. It's okay, Wolverine movie. And I think this movie, actually, the fact that it was created, it builds to Days of Future Past, and I think it gives us some parts of Logan that this movie was trying to hit on, but just didn't hit on because there's so much other stuff going on. And I think Logan does a better job of what this movie wanted to be. Just throwing that out there. A way better job. Let's get into the box office here. So first thing, this movie is 2 hours and 6 minutes long. Like I said, it's probably 20 minutes too long. Director James Mangold, which first time I heard of him, and he's the one who directed this movie. There is a cool scene, I would say, with the bullet train that happens in this movie. That's pretty cool. That's a cool little fight sequence there. But as far as box office, movie it was $120 budget, or sorry, $120 million budget. $120. That'd be impressive. But no, this movie had a $120 million budget. Opening weekend made $53 million, and grossing nights is $132 million. But worldwide it made $414 million. So it made its money back worldwide. And then let's get into actors and actresses. Hugh Jackman as Logan, Wolverine, always great, always great. Taro Okamoto, who played Mariko, thought she did a good job. Rila Fukushima, who played Yukio, thought she did good as well. And then you also have Hiroyuki Sanada, who played Shingen. He was menacing. I thought he did good as well. I'm gonna mess her name up. It's Russian. I'm sorry. Shalana Kochivkova, who played Viper. She was more like Viper is a very big character in the Marvel series, put it that way. But in this movie, she didn't feel like that big character. She's kind of like a side piece character in the background who was like, I'm running the puppets on a puppet show, but I'm not really the big master. I'm just here running the scenes. Then you have Hall Yamanouchi, who played Yashido, who was a Silver Samurai. When the Silver Samurai came into the movie, and if you watch cartoons and you read the comic, you know who the Silver Samurai is, especially on Wolverine and the X-Men, the animated series. I thought the Silver Samurai episode was really good, was done really well. When you watch this movie and the Silver Samurai makes his appearance, it looks so cartoony and so CGI. It stands out from the movie. It really does. Because the movie doesn't really it uses CGI, but it doesn't really use like that much. And at the end, it used a lot of it. And you're like, ew. Also, fun fact here, Shingen and where is he? Oh, Will Yun Lee, who played Harada. That is the actual name of the Silver Samurai in the comic books. Shingen, Harada, and that's the name that the Silver Samurai goes by. And they gave it to two different characters versus making one character the Silver Samurai. And also, Silver Samurai and Wolverine fights in the cartoon where they fought over Mariko, the love of Mariko. Why not make that the storyline here? Why have these other stuff going on where the Silver Samurai trying to steal Wolverine's genetics and steal his abilities to regenerate? Why not have it be a love story, where a love triangle where Wolverine and Silver Samurai are fighting each other over the love of Mariko, who has to stick with tradition or stick with the non-tradition, which is Wolverine? That would have been a good storyline to put on the big screen. Yes, it's done before. Yes, it's overplayed. But you know what? With the twist between this cast here, I think they could have did a good job of it. Anybody I want to talk about besides those characters? No, that's just it. Because with all this stuff, with those 5 different storylines coming into play. Oh yeah, Famke Janssen, who plays Jean Grey. I probably said her name wrong every time, but she did a good job. It's probably not Famke, it's probably Funky or Frankie, maybe Frankie. But Janssen, who played Jean Grey, she did a good job. I thought she did great. But yeah, so many storylines and so much stuff is going on, and CGI is like, eh. At the end, it really just takes you out of it. The movie's 2 hours and 6 minutes. Did not need to be 2 hours and 6 minutes. It could have really cut 20 minutes out of this movie, and I think it would have been a better movie, to be honest. I fell asleep on this thing twice, and almost fell asleep on the third watch. Yeah. Music's okay, not really noticeable. CGI has its ups and downs, and the pacing of the movie kind of has some ups and downs. Is this a Friday night movie to watch with friends and family? No, I wouldn't put this on a Friday night movie. Like, this is a movie everybody getting together to watch. Don't do it. There's not that movie. Choose another one. Heck, you want laughs, go watch X-Men Origins Wolverine. Great time. I'm going to grade the movie The Wolverine from 2013 a C-. It's a C- for me. So much storylines going on. It just gets all over the place. The CGI is not the best. It's a little better than Wolverine's X-Men Origins. But yeah, and the fact that like the death thing that this movie talks about a lot, with Wolverine like possibly dying, that he can die, Logan does a way better job on it. But this movie kind of start the wagon wheels of that concept. I think a character that doesn't really die, but to face his death. This movie starts that wagon wheel. And also another thing I want to mention, the after credit scene with Charles Xavier and Magneto, who got their powers back. Charles Xavier's alive again 2 years after the incident of The Last Stand. And Wolverine, by the way, still has adamantium in him, but his claws get breaking off by a Silver Samurai. So his claws are his bone claws, but the adamantium's still in him, so Magneto still control him. But he don't has his adamantium claws anymore. They're gone. He kept the bone claws because Silver Samurai was pulling the dude took the regenerative life out of Wolverine by cutting his claws open and plugging into his claws, like using drills to suck Wolverine's life force. Yeah, guys, if you've seen this movie, please let me know what you thought of it. Thank you guys for watching this episode of movie breakdowns. Yes, the Wolverine gets a C- for me. Other than that, please put in the comment section below your thoughts. Love you guys so much. See you on the next episode. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, you want to see what else I'm doing in my normal life and other things that's going on, please follow me on Instagram at Ali_Zakka. I'll put it right here around my face. Yep, right there. Also, if you want more episodes of movie breakdowns or grind towards success or whatever it is I'm doing on YouTube, you know what? Follow my page right here, like I said before, the little comment thing right there, And then you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right here, and watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success right there. Other than that, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all. See y'all next time, and keep being awesome.